thing is to say that this is the last press conference that Justin Concepcion will be tweeting from, since he has gone over to the dark side. Joining staff over at Harris County. Justin, we will miss you, yes. Yeah. Actually, he's going to work with Mike Sullivan. So I wish him well, and I bet Mike recognized some talent. But we're gonna have a gap on our communications office. The other thing I wanted to mention, I did a quick trip to DC yesterday. One day up and back, which makes for a long day. But pleased to be one of 18 mayors who were invited to come in and sit with the president and talk about youth violence across the United States. And while I got good ideas and it was a good information sharing session, I really came away with sincere gratitude that the city of Houston is not experiencing the problems with young male violence that so many of the other big cities in America are. We want to make sure we don't go there, but we are clearly doing better than a lot of our peer cities, and I appreciated the chance to sit with the president, and then we had our chiefs of police with us as well, and then we were in a larger roundtable discussion. Great exchange of ideas on how better to control violence in cities. I will point out that the rate of violent crime in Houston is at, and has been at, historically low levels for the last couple of years. We want to keep it that way. Today, I'm very pleased to announce a TxDOT grant for hike and bike trails in the community. Everybody knows that we made a commitment to expanding our network of hike and bike trails through the bond election last November, through very generous support from the philanthropic community here in Houston. But we're going to continue to go after federal and state grants that will help us add to our trail system. Joined here today by Raquel Lewis of TxDOT and Joe Turner, the City of Houston Parks Director, to announce that the Houston Parks and Recreation Department has received 4 Transportation Enhancement Program grants totaling $6.6 million to go toward the completion of 4 major hike and bike trail projects. The projects underscore the city's continuing commitment to providing trail connectivity to neighborhoods across the area. 3 of the 4 funded projects will connect existing trails, parks, bus, and metro rail stops and neighborhoods along Brays Bayou. And the 4th will tie into an ongoing flood control project on Hunting Bayou. The projects include a Mason Park pedestrian bike bridge over Brays Bayou, as well as 200 feet of new trail on each bank that will link to existing paths in the neighborhood. A pedestrian bicycle crossing for Brays Bayou near 2 new light rail transit centers, 2 universities, and many neighborhoods in the McGregor Park area. Connections for 1.5 miles of trails along Hunting Bayou and in the Herman Park, and then Herman Park Brays Bayou connectors that are part of the comprehensive plan to connect 35 miles of existing trails from the Houston Ship Channel to West Houston. We are very excited to be able to add this funding piece to the work that we're already doing, and it will allow us to put some key connectors in. As we've said all along, we want to do pieces that will allow us to open up large segments of trail very rapidly. So glad to be joined by TxDOT and Parks Department. And what do y'all have?
Mayor, are those projects at all connected to last year's referendum to do $100 million worth of park improvements, or is this a completely separate?
Yes and no. We have the trail plan, and these dollars were not calculated in our request for bonding capacity of $100 million, nor were they calculated in the Parks Board's commitment of $100 million, but they are part of the overall plan. And the plan is larger than just that $200 million commitment.
Mayor, How long will it take for you to actually receive the money and implement the plan to the point where we can do a groundbreaking?
We are moving dirt today. We are already engaged in building those trails across the community for these particular bridge connections. I don't know how fast that can happen. Maybe somebody behind me can tell me. Any ideas?
Most of these grants are in various stages of design right now, so we should see some movement hopefully within the next 6-9 months of all 4 of these. These are all, it gets a little hard at sometimes. We have so many different projects moving, exactly what's in Bayou Greenway 2020, what's in a Tiger grant, what's in these grants. The real answer is, as a department and as a city and with our partners, the Herman Park Conservancy and this one, and along with the Houston Parks Board, we're going after every federal grant opportunity we can to multiply those bond monies and private dollars.
Joe Turner, how's the tree program going? The tree planting program, is that going on pretty smoothly? And how many trees have you planted so far?
We are going to have a groundbreaking for some of our trail segments in September. So yes, that will be coming up. I don't know about these particular grants, but we're making progress already on the trail expansion, so we'll be having some groundbreakings. The tree planting, we plant trees when it is appropriate to plant trees. There's nothing being planted right now because it's the wrong time of the year. But we work closely with Trees for Houston and with a number of private sector groups that want to see us regreen the community. I don't know when we have the next big tree planting. Do you know? It'll be after it cools off a little bit, October.
We have we have a tree planting scheduled early in October. Actually, with TXU will be our early kickoff to get everybody ready for tree planting, and then of course we start our Arbor Day always in January, and just like last year, we'll be planting multiple parks with trees in January.
Okay.
Now's the time to start planting because we can't actually plant, so we have to plant. Anybody else? Y'all gonna let me off easy today. This is great.
I have a question. When is there going to be something exciting on the